So let's take a moment now to discuss NXOS port profiles. Port profiles are a very powerful tool to simplify operations when a group of interfaces share common configuration parameters, and is something that I would highly recommend leveraging in your environment. So a port profile essentially enables the application of common configuration templates across a group of ports. A port profile can be nested, so you can have one port profile inherit attributes of another port profile, and these port profiles are updated dynamically when you make a configuration change. So it's not like a macro would be in iOS. So if you make a change to a port profile, it automatically changes anything that inherits that port profile. And any interface command is available on an interface as part of a port profile. For example, is it a routed port or switch port? What VLAN is it set to access? Is there an ACL defined? So on the right, you'll see some of the configuration precedents in order. Certainly the default config first, followed by the port profile, followed by manual configuration, right? So if I had a port profile that set the speed duplex to 100 full, and I applied that port profile to an interface, and then I set that interface manually in the manual configuration of that interface to be speed 100 half, as an example, that manual configuration of the interface would override what the port profile was inheriting. So if we had a port profile called foo, we can see some of the configuration that would be associated with it. So this port profile foo, again, would set the speed duplex, set QoS, and set some layer 3 attributes. So you can see here the configuration is much like you would configure an interface, except you configure it under the port profile, right? And then on the interface itself, you configure that interface to inherit the port profile foo. And you can configure that for as many interfaces on the system as you wish.